Good morning. Once again, we are going to talk about how post ownership is the end. Okay. Now, we're going to skip past the conspiratorial side of things on this one. We're just going to focus on the base reality. If you want people to work and struggle and do their part in order to maintain civilization, they need incentives. All right, for men, it's the house, the wife, the kids, the car, the house. Basic things. All right, that was what was essentially promised to men as part of the social contract. You grow up, you do your job, you make shit happen. This is what you get. Okay. And we've seen the slow erosion of that to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you sign up for any of those things, car is a trap, wife is a trap, house is a trap, kids are a trap, child support, alimony, child support, alimony, uh, property market falls, or she gets the house, and for the car, infinite repairs that you can't do yourself. So the incentives aren't there. Okay, and the fact that you have to buy a new washer or dryer or fridge every 3 to 5 years like clockwork, yeah, they got you on a treadmill. All right, so where is the incentive? Where is the incentive for anybody to get up off their ass and quote unquote do their part, pay their dues to keep society rolling? Where's the incentive there? Doesn't exist. Now, there, especially with the boomers, there are a lot of old timers who want to go out there and say that young people are just lazy sacks of shit who don't do anything and are entitled and just expect everything to get handed to them. Let's crush this real quickly. All right. This might end up being an incredibly short video, but first and foremost, coming from the generation where, oh my God, your stock market is going down, quick, we're going to print, we're going to buy your vote, we are going to print and inflate the currency supply to fuck over the young people to bail out your assets. Who's entitled here? Oh no, the housing market is imploding? Okay, the federal government is going to step in and put an insurance backing against every single fucking house. Okay? So if the housing market starts to unravel again, Uncle Sam will come in with the printing press, devalue the currency of the young people who've been working and suffering and slaving away to build up a down payment. Uncle Sam's going to come in, spin up the printing press again, inflate the currency, and is going to bail out your housing market. All right, and then there's also the wonderful issue of, and some people have heard about this. I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but there is very much a push. All right, DC is particularly big on it. DC, Maryland. There is a push and nice little programs paid by the government, which is financed by your labor, the labor of the youth. You don't ever have to downsize. You get to stay in your houses. Even though you're one elderly male or female, you're 80 years old, can't take care of it no more. Okay? The government is actively propping up the equity prices and is essentially allowing these old timers to stay in their houses through new and shiny federal backed equity schemes. So you never have to downsize. You could literally have a 14-bedroom mansion. You never have to downsize, paid for by the public dime. Your housing prices never go down, paid for by the public dime. If the stock market implodes, it gets bailed out on the public dime. Your pension fund explodes. 50-50 chance, depending on if it's state or federal. You're getting bailed out on the public dime. Literally too big to fail for an entire generation. Meanwhile, the young people who have been working their fucking asses off, not only have they been getting paid deflated wages, okay? They've been getting paid peanuts to do 3 times the work, okay? Instead of getting the nice office jobs that were supposed to replace all the factory jobs that you sent to China, you guys, of course, benefited through the stocks and owning these companies. You guys benefited from the offshoring of all the jobs. First, it was blue collar. Actively, it's white collar. So, literally, the only jobs left are a handful of untouched manufacturing jobs and Starbucks barista. And the young people are lazy. You guys have literally had the public dime, you've had the workforce carrying the bag for you for over 30 years. Way over 30 years. The young people aren't lazy. They have zero fucking incentive anymore. Without ownership, because ownership is a big one. You can, if you rent, all right, if you rent, you don't give anywhere near as much of a fuck about a property as you do if you own it. If you own it, you have to fucking get up off your ass and make shit happen. If you rent, that's the landlord's problem. That shows instantly. If you own things, you are incentivized to actually maintain it. You don't just have it, you maintain it. Where's the buy-in? All right? And yes, I am going off notes. I kind of have to, honestly. I've got a stack of notes of things to talk about, and I have nowhere near the time to cover it all. But a system that doesn't attain the vested interest of the youth will collapse as its older members who've been maintaining it die off. You have no vested interest from the youth. You've screwed them out of housing, you screwed them out of reasonably affordable self-repairable vehicles. With feminism, you screwed them out of a stable relationship. Okay, that isn't them on their knees sucking the toes of their femdom overlords. And you've screwed them out of most guys out of being able to have kids. Most of these guys, like family formation without the house, especially. Family formation doesn't happen. You need housing security. You need transportational security. You need job security. You need these things in order to take the leap forward. All right? You're not just going to take a chance and have it blow up in your face and then lose everything. A lot of people have tried that. A lot of people are suffering because of it. Okay? Like, you cannot afford to take risk if there is no just general security in people's lives. And as far as the boomer generation goes, you took that from your kids. You took that from the youth. You took away the job security. You allowed the laws to change and shift in women's favor. You didn't fight back against the feminism because, I don't know, male guilt? Because we're all just evil monsters or some shit. And women have taken the ball and ran with it, so now marriage is dead. If you're an average guy now, you can't have kids with these women. You can't. It's a fucking death sentence. It's a financial death sentence, and it could legitimately become a death sentence for you. All right? There is no vested interest from the youth. There's no stability. All right. And part of the reason why women are the way they are is because men don't have the financial stability they used to. Because men aren't financially stable, women are more inclined to line up backup options and to start to tap those backup options, and they always maintain the competition between however many backup options they have. And if one rises and sustains, conveniently, poof, they're swinging to that branch. All right? It's their programming. It is what it is. Fundamentally, though, you've given the youth nothing. You've taken everything. You've given them nothing. They have no incentive. They have no vested interest in maintaining this civilization. You should not be surprised when they're the ones pouring gasoline on the visage and burning it. They don't care. They're going to let it rot. All right? Honestly, the best thing that you can hope for, boomers, is that the young people roll over and let it rot. Because if they honestly get pissed off, it's not going to end well. It's going to be a lot of Luigiing. Anyway, I think that sums the point up pretty well. Pretty well. No family formation. Nothing actually tying the young people into the system. Gen X and on increasingly, but my generation going down to Gen Z, going down to Gen Alpha, there's nothing tying us to this. Quick, do your part. Prop up the system. Why? What the fuck has the system ever done for me? What's it done for you? What's it done for anybody other than roll up to you with its fucking handout looking for more money? Hey, pay your taxes. We gotta bail out the housing market. So you can make the house that I can afford even more unaffordable? Thanks. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Or I'll just drop to working part time and literally making as much as I need and nothing more. Like we have transitioned into open rebellion. All right. It's just not pounding drums and flamethrowers yet. Anyway, I'll end it here. If you're interested in personal or business consulting, stop by www.spadesconsulting.com without the dash. If you are interested in written content, stop by the Substack linked below and I always screw the direction up. In the nav for the site should be around here depending on your monitor size. If you appreciate the video, like, favorite, share, sub, leave a comment, hype it, do all the things, tickle the bell, ring the bell, ding the bell, do all the things to your heart's content to the bell. And I think that covers it. I'll see you guys in the next one.